Hello and welcome back to our beloved listeners. This is the 8-Minute English Podcast series on the Learn English Podcast channel. I'm your host, Mira, and it's a real pleasure to have you with us again.
And I'm Jack. Glad to be back in the booth. So, Mira, I've been thinking, how long do you think your studies will actually last? I mean, are you someone who thinks learning has a clear end date, like a diploma? Or do you think it's, a lifelong thing?
That is a profound question to start with, Jack. Everyone has their own point of view, but today, we're diving into a topic that many of you, and maybe even you, Jack, might relate to. The classic excuse, I'm too old to learn something new.
Hey, are you looking at me when you say that? Because honestly, sometimes I feel like my brain is a bit like a full hard drive. No more space for new files.
Oh, Jack, stop it. You're not that old. But it's interesting you say that. Many people believe that once we hit a certain age, our brains just stop being sponges.
Exactly. It's like we've reached our peak and it's all downhill from there.
Well, I have to disagree there. Have you ever heard of neuroplasticity?
Neuro what? Sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie. Is that a real thing?
It is very real. It's the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections throughout life. It means your brain is much more plastic and adaptable than you think, even at 50, 60, or 80.
Wait. Are you saying I can still learn to, play the cello or speak fluent Mandarin right now?
Absolutely. Though it might take a bit more grit than it would for a 5-year-old.
See, that's the catch. Kids just pick things up by osmosis. For us, it's like, it's such a struggle.
It is a struggle, yes. But that struggle is actually what triggers the growth. Think of it like going to the gym. If the weights aren't heavy, your muscles won't grow, right?
I guess that makes sense. But the motivation, Mira, it's hard to stay motivated when you don't see instant results.
That's where many people give up. But before we get too deep into the science, I want to share a conversation that might change your mind. It's between Emily, a young English teacher, and her 50-year-old aunt, Gloria.
Gloria? Isn't she the one who just started that intensive course?
The very one. Let's listen in and see if Gloria feels too old for the challenge.
I'm curious. Let's dive in.
Emily starts by saying, I'm so glad you joined my English course, Aunt Gloria. Learning at this age is so worthy of respect.
And what did Gloria say? I bet she was nervous.
She was. She admitted, I used to think that only young people could learn new things. I was worried about my age and what people would think of me.
I totally get that. The fear of looking silly. You don't want to be the old guy in a room full of teenagers who are clicking away on their laptops.
But then, Gloria saw something on TV. A documentary about the education of older people, and she got motivated again.
So, what happened next? Did she actually enjoy it?
She loved it. She said it keeps her mind active, which is crucial as we get older. Plus, and this is a big one, she felt more socially connected.
Ah, the social part. I didn't think about that. Learning isn't just about the stuff in your head. It's about the people you meet along the way.
Exactly. Gloria met new friends and felt engaged with the world again.
But Mira, surely she had bad days. I mean, how did she deal with the moments when she just couldn't remember a word?
She set small, achievable goals. Instead of trying to master the whole language in a month, she celebrated each small success.
Small wins. I like that. It's like, don't look at the whole mountain, just look at the next step.
Precisely. And she's not alone. Have you heard of Jane?
Jane who?
A friend of Gloria's. She started learning piano at 55.
55? That's impressive. Most people think you have to start at age 5 to be any good.
Well, performing at local events.
No way.
Yes, and think about Julia Child.
The famous chef? Wait, did she start late too?
She didn't even start cooking seriously until her late 30s. She didn't become a famous chef until her 50s.
Wow, that really puts things into perspective. So if they can do it, why am I making excuses about learning a new software for work?
Honestly, Jack, maybe you're just afraid of the effort.
Okay, you caught me. It is about the effort, but also the tools. What did Gloria use? Just books?
Oh, not at all. She used online platforms like Duolingo and Babbel. She said they are very user-friendly.
User-friendly. That's key. If it's too complicated to use the app, people my age, older people, will just give up.
You're doing it again, Jack. But you're right. Being simple and intuitive is important for any learning tool. She also asked her son to teach her difficult phrases.
Oh, I love that. Learning from the younger generation. It's like the roles are reversed.
It's a wonderful way to bond. We can learn from so many sources, not just books, but from our families too.
You know, this reminds me of when I was a kid. I learned most of my English from my dad just by listening to him tell stories.
That's the natural way, isn't it? Now, before we continue, let's look at some of the vocabulary we've been using.
Oh, good idea. Let's make sure our listeners are following along.
The first word is worthy. It means being suitable to receive something good or being valuable. Like Gloria said, learning at an old age is very worthy of respect.
Got it. And what about motivate?
To motivate someone is to make them want to do something well. Seeing that video on TV really motivated Gloria.
And overcome. That sounds like a strong word.
It is. It means to deal with and succeed in a difficult situation. She used small goals to overcome her bad feelings and doubts.
I think perform is my favorite, though, because it means you're actually showing the world what you've learned.
Exactly. Whether it's playing piano or speaking a new language in public.
And finally, user-friendly.
Simple for people to use. Like those apps Gloria liked.
Perfect. So, Mira, if we agree that it's never too late, why aren't more people doing it?
Well, I think there's a psychological barrier. We are taught that you can't teach an old dog new tricks.
I've heard that my whole life.
But it's a lie, Jack. A total myth.
You're very passionate about this today.
Because I see people limiting themselves for no reason. Did you know that learning a second language in your 60s can actually delay the onset of Alzheimer's by up to 5 years?
Wait, really? 5 years?
Yes, it's like cognitive reserve. You're building a stronger brain engine, so it takes longer for things to break down.
Wow. That's not just about learning for fun anymore. That's about health.
Precisely. It's a health investment.
Okay, you've convinced me. I'm going to sign up for that coding class I've been eyeing.
Really? Jack, that's fantastic!
Yeah, though I might need you to help me with the math part.
I'd be happy to. But remember what we talked about. Small steps. Don't try to build the next Facebook by Tuesday.
Hey, why not? Aim big, right?
Well, let's start with Hello World first.
Fair enough.
You know, Jack, I was reading this other study about social connections too. It said that learning in a group setting is 30% more effective than learning alone for adults.
30%? Why is that?
Because of the emotional anchor. When you learn with friends, you have fun. And when you have fun, your brain releases dopamine.
And dopamine makes the information stick.
Exactly! You're getting the hang of this neuroscience stuff.
See? I told you I could learn.
You're a natural.
So, to our listeners out there, what are you waiting for? Is there something you've always wanted to try? Painting, dancing, Spanish?
Don't let your age be a barrier. Surround yourself with positive influences, stay curious, and keep exploring.
And hey, if you start something new because of this episode, tell us about it in the comments.
Yes, please. We'd love to hear your success stories. Remember, every small step counts. Celebrate your progress and stay motivated.
And don't forget to subscribe to our podcast for more inspiring stories and tips.
Thanks for tuning in today. Stay healthy and keep learning. Until the next time we meet.
Goodbye, everyone. See you again soon.
Goodbye.